So this woman initially wanted to defund the police. Now she wants to refund the police. I wonder why. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about far leftist Minneapolis lawmaker Shafani Sathanandan. She wanted to defund the police as recently as 2020, 2021 during the whole George Floyd thing. However, recently she's kind of turned over a new leaf. She now wants the police to be funded. She wants the police to get these miscreants, ne'er-do-wells, riffraff, hooligans, criminals, gangbangers, thugs off of the streets. She wants them to be brought to heel, as Hillary Clinton famously said. Now, why is there a change? I wonder what happened. Well, Miss Sathanandan got carjacked and beat almost to death in front of her kids out there in Minneapolis. Now, am I saying that this is a good thing that she got carjacked, beat in her head, beat bloody in front of her kids? No, I'm not saying it's a good thing. But what I'm saying is, Miss Sathanandan, when you vote for policies like defunding the police, you're going to leave people like yourself and every other citizen in the city, in the state, wherever they're defunded, you're going to leave people like you vulnerable. So what happened to you shouldn't have happened, but it did. And it's more likely to happen in an environment where police are defunded. Not only did she want to, quote unquote, defund the police, she wanted to totally dismantle the police. And a lot of us have been saying, look, okay, if there's no police, then how are you going to have anybody get brought to justice? Where's a deterrent from lawless people, criminals, from going out there and terrorizing you? Where's any kind of kickback? You don't want anybody to have guns. You don't want the police. So what are you going to do? When the carjackers come 4 or 5 deep with guns and they beat you down, are you going to get on the phone and call some community activists to come save you? I think not. You're not going to do that. Now, before I go any further, let's look at local news out there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. If you want to see this clip in full, link as always will be in the description box. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
A progressive party leader says she was violently carjacked at her home right in front of her young children. Shivanthi Shathanandan posted this image of her bloody face. She says she suffered a broken leg and cuts and bruises after 4 young men held her up at her North Minneapolis home. She is the second vice chair of the state DFL party. On Facebook, she said law enforcement needs to, quote, catch these young people who are running wild, creating chaos across our city, and hold them in custody and prosecute them, period. Police recovered her stolen car, but no word on any arrests.
Well, there you have it. So that's pretty interesting. Now, this statement right here, catch these young people who are running wild, creating chaos across our city, and hold them in custody and prosecute them, period. Oh, so now, Miss Far Leftist, you want people to be prosecuted. You want them to be held accountable. But just a few years ago, you said not only defund the police, but dismantle police. And as a matter of fact, we have some evidence. We have some proof. All right. You see the headline, Vice Chair of Minnesota Democratic Party. And her particular party is not just a Democratic Party. You're talking about Democratic Farmer Labor's Union, some kind of different title. These are far leftists anyway. Vice Chair of Minnesota Democratic Party who advocated for dismantling police gets violently beaten and carjacked. Subhead says she now calls for law and order and wants to take her city back. Very interesting. Okay, let's check it out. A far left Minneapolis activist was the victim of a brutal armed carjacking that occurred in the driveway of her home on Tuesday evening. Shivanthi Shathanandan, a radical leftist and second vice chairwoman of the Democratic Farmer Labor Party, you see what I'm saying? These are super leftists in Minneapolis, who was left bruised and bloody during the incident, is calling for accountability despite her past history of being a notable defund the police agitator. Shathanandan said in the Facebook post that she suffered a broken leg, deep lacerations to her head, and cuts and bruises all over her body when 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 armed juveniles allegedly beat her to the ground in front of her children and then stole her vehicle in broad daylight. Now, check it out. People always ask, hey, ABL, hey, Second Amendment purist, activist, or whatever you want to call yourself, why do you need an AR-15? Why do you need 30 rounds of ammunition? First of all, it's my business. Don't worry about it. But second of all, when you have not one, not two, not three, but four armed, everybody has guns, juveniles, and they're trying to flank you and everything else. You want to give yourself the best ability to defend yourself. All right. I get a long weapon that's more accurate. 30 rounds. I got 4 people. I might miss a few times. I'm trying to defend myself. It ain't nothing else to it. It's very simple. So yes, I'm gonna need more than 10 rounds in a rifle. I'm not just trying to hunt wild boars out here in Texas somewhere. Okay, I need to defend myself. It's very simple, but I digress. Now, here is a collection of some things that she has said, and we're gonna just go ahead and pull it up here. Let me see if I can get straight to what I want. There we go. Let's zoom in a tad here. So this is from June 5th, 2020. I think this is right around the time of George Floyd. We are going to dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department. Say it with me. Dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department. So, because we got clapping emojis, right? I'm just trying to act out what she would do. As allies, what can we do right now? Listen and learn from our black siblings. That's me, right? That's me. So listen and learn from me, Miss Shatanadan. Do not defund the police, because these youngins out here don't care about your activism. They don't care about your blackity black, well, we're all one. They're going to stomp your head and take your vehicle. Kids or no kids, daylight or no daylight, they don't care. They don't care. The only thing that's going to get them off of the streets is heavy-handed law enforcement. That's it. Your sunshines and rainbows ain't going to do a thing. But I digress. And again, I'm not trying to say that I'm glad that she got her head stomped. I'm just saying these things happen in a place where there is lack of security. It's just as simple as that. So listen and learn from our black siblings, and then amplify this message right now in this moment. MPD, Minneapolis Police Department, has systematically failed the black community. They have failed all of us. It's time to build a new infrastructure that works for all communities. If you are still disagreeing with that basic fact, I'm not sure what to say about you. I'm so proud of the radical leadership and organizing of Jeremiah Bay. That's a trigger word anyway. Jeremiah Bay Ellison and Felipe Cunningham. We need to support them and all the city council members and electeds who are working alongside them. Today, the Minneapolis City Council has an emergency hearing to approve a court order outlining immediate changes for MPD and the framework for systematic change. You can watch the hearing live at 12:30 p.m. at this link. If you live in Minneapolis, call and email your city council member to voice your support. If you don't live in Minneapolis, be loud, spread this message, show your support. Now is the moment for change. Now, here's what Jeremiah Ellison said. We're going to dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department, and we're done. It's not simply going to glue back together. We're going to dramatically rethink the way we approach public safety and emergency response. It's really past due. Okay, so there you have it right there. That's what she said back in the day. That's what she said. All right. Now watch this. Here's what she says. Now, that was back in 2020 during, I think, George Floyd time. Here's what she says now. Look at my face. Remember me when you are thinking about supporting letting juveniles and young people out of custody to roam our streets instead of holding them accountable for their actions. All caps right there. You could have been reading the obituary for me and my children today. But instead, I'm here to write this. Look at my face. These criminals will not win. We need to take our city. We need to take back our city. And this will not be the last you hear from me about this. Thank you to the incredible Minneapolis 4th Precinct officers, Mayor Fry, Chief O'Hara, paramedics, neighbors, friends, and DFL family, her political party, who all came to our aid during this terrifying experience. I'm so grateful for this community that wraps us in love. Shatanadan's comments on her alleged brutal attack imply that she may have reversed course surrounding her previous advocacy to dismantle MPD. Now, I just want to make sure that she thanked MPD. So she thanked 4th Precinct officers, the mayor, Chief O'Hara, like I said, Chief of Police, paramedics. Okay, so she did thank the police. There we go. Cool. And you know what she wrote back in June 2020, and that's that. After Shathana Don shared the incident on her Facebook account, individuals flocked to the comments to ask if she regrets being at the forefront of dismantling the police department, which has left Minneapolis residents in increased danger, because her effort, among others, but she was included in the effort to defund the police. And it worked in a place like Minneapolis. A lot of the officers left. So the things that are going on right now in the city, if crime has increased, it's a direct result of her actions. So it is what it is. Now, I guess she responded, no one should have this happen to them, children present or otherwise, not ever. Nevertheless, how could Ms. Shathana Don not see this coming, considering the efforts of her party? If you fight for a lawless state, lawlessness happens in broad daylight, one individual wrote. Sometimes you got to lay in the bed you made. You literally did everything in your power to dismantle the police. Now you're reaping what you sowed. She is directly responsible for this. She should resign in disgrace. There you have it. That's what's going on. I hope Ms. Shathana Don is able to recover and get well. You know, I don't wish anything negative to happen to her. But I am going to say that what happened to her is partly her fault, because she said that she wants to defund the police. She advocated for that. She pushed for that. And she is in a political position to make that kind of thing happen. So, I mean, what's going on now? You advocated for, you want it, you got it. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here with Ms. Shathana Don? And I know I'm tearing her name up, but I apologize. But what's your take on what's going on? Is the attack on her a direct result of what she did? Defunding the police, dismantling the police, attacking the police, driving good officers away from the city? Not just her, but her allies, her friends, those that joined her in her effort. She's part of that effort. Whatever your thoughts on this are, y'all let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is 100% a direct result of the efforts of Miss Shathana Don and her friends, allies, those that are on the same page with her ideologically. If there are more police, if there was more of a heavy-handed police effort in the city, then incidents like this would be diminished. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible in a strong police area for carjackings and assaults to happen. No. What I am saying is that they're going to be less prevalent. That is a 100% fact. In places where police have been defunded, you're going to see a 25, 30, 40, 50% increase in violent crimes and thefts. That's just the reality. And now Ms. Shathana Don is changing the tune after she witnessed what I'm telling her right now live in front of her kids, and it almost cost her her life. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.